Previously on.
Has shown me there is entitled people always leave the dependency of the movement of their life onto other people. The direction of your life is 100% a decision of you. See, you are born looking like your parents, but you will die looking like the decisions you've made. How can an 18-year-old afford an iPhone 17? That's my question. Where did you get the money? If you have the money, then should your priority be to put 1.5 million naira on a phone when you have a phone that is perfectly working well? People that attract money, you need to understand this. People who chase money rarely get it. People who attract money have created a value system in them, and they have a value that they exchange for that money. You don't chase money, you attract it.
That is the slang on the internet. I'm chasing it. How have you been, CoachMO? How have you been?
It's great. How have you been? It's been great. We thank God it's a new month, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. Every new day gives an opportunity to start again and start better and do it better. So I'm good.
That's amazing. Me on my own end, yeah, you're doing so well as well. And I just kickstarted the company named Leviticus. It's a media company. And God's so good. On our first week, we were able to get 3 new clients we are working with. So I'm so happy, yeah. So that's just everything happening with me. And our first episode that we focus more on the foundation, why the youth in Nigeria, in Africa, are broke. A lot of people, we are just debating about it. Someone texted me. The person said, since he said most of the Nigeria youth are broke, how can we break away from it? I said you should go and watch the video. And when you are watching the video, you should open your mind. You want to learn something from it. Don't go into the video feeling like you know everything this man have said already. So when I said that to him, and he came back and he said to me that, John, I learned something from him. I said, what did you learn? He said something you said in this video. Destiny is a solo race that I was being comparing myself to other people. I'm always comparing myself to my sibling. He said he envied his own sibling because they are doing so much than him because he's the firstborn. So he said now that he's going to appreciate everything that comes towards him and try to start doing things without no comparison. I said that's amazing. That's just how it is. So I said I should have to tell you first before we dive deep into this next episode.
It's really great. It's great to hear the feedback. It's good to see that everything is on a class of their own until they compare to something else.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything is unique until you compare it to, nothing is better, nothing is worse until you compare it to something else.
And something again. Oh, one of my one of my team members said something that I've always been comparing myself to. He has a mentor. Every one of us know who he's looking up to. The person might not be popular, but the person is doing so well. He said, even though he's doing something good, they still have to tell him that, oh, you're doing just like this certain person. That the person is always taking all the honor. He's taking everything, and he has been trying so hard to break that cycle. And after our first session, he was able to understand the difference between similarity and you trying to be unique on your own self as well. So yeah, he's happy about that as well.
Yeah,
So
it's a trap many people fall into when we have mentors. Because by default, we tend to do everything they do because they're a mentor for a reason. So, and while we're trying to do that, we begin to lose a sense of ourselves. So it is
yeah,
being able for you to be able to learn from your mentor, but at the same time, know that you are your own self. So your own originality, you have something your mentor does not have. Your mentor has something you
mhm.
don't have. So don't try to create a mini of your mentor or your mentor 2.0. Try to create you. Learn from your mentor to create you, not learn from your don't learn from your mentor to create the junior version of your mentor. That is not what you want. You want to
That's true.
create you, but learn from your mentor, and that's all you've got to do.
So let's dive straight into today's episode. I have been saying this for a very long time, for Shmo. The young, let's say the youth in Africa, they love anything that is trending, the hype trap. Yeah, let's use the word the hype trap. If something is trending like this, they want to be part of it. Be it good, be it bad. Most of the time it's bad. They just want to be part of it. So my first question is if iPhone 18 series comes out tomorrow, do you think people are still going to buy it, even though they just got iPhone 17 series yesterday?
The answer is yes. Number one. See, it is not only a problem unique to the African community. The youth globally are all going through this, what I wouldn't call it a pandemic, but I would call it through this euphoria that is going around. It's a global thing. You think Nigerian youths are crazy about iPhone? Go and see the people in China, how they would queue for hours and days for the new iPhone.
Ooh.
It is the same thing in the US, it's the same thing in the UK. So it's a general problem across the plane. The difference there is they in the West, they've got other ways they can get iPhone through monthly payment, things like that. So it's not much of a big deal. But most of the time in Africa, anybody who's getting an iPhone gets it to pay the full money down. So the question there is, yes, they will. If iPhone 18 comes out today, I know people who have gotten iPhone 17 that they will still buy iPhone 18. It's just because they're sold out to it. I know people who they've got every single model of Mercedes-Benz in their backyard.
Oh.
There are wealthy people like that. So sometimes some products have been able to distinguish themselves, whereby they've created what we call a cult following, whereby whatever they do, people just grasp onto it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
it is now left for you to, okay, look at football all over the world.
Yeah.
People in Nigeria, they're following a football club either in Spain or in UK. They're following Real
Yes.
Madrid or they're following Chelsea or Liverpool or Arsenal. And when these football teams, when they lose, people will fight themselves. People will not eat for days. People will be sad for days and all of that. Now, the footballers that played the game, win or lose, they get paid. A
Definitely.
footballer can play for Arsenal today, and when they are transferred, and they'll kiss the badge. When they are transferred tomorrow to Liverpool, they will kiss Liverpool's badge again, and they could have
That's true.
played in the. So it's you being able to understand that don't be a pawn in the game of life.
Don't be a what?
Don't be a pawn. Pawn is one of those players in chess in the game of
Okay.
life. And in the game
Okay.
of chess,
Okay.
the pawns are the ones that you sacrifice. They've got their own powers of what they can do, but most of the time, they are like the small soldiers. They are like the ones you send for to sacrifice them. Don't let life, institution, corporation, systems take advantage of you.
I like
Don't.
that. I like that.
Don't let it. See, you've got to realize that as much as you like Apple, you like a product, always come to yourself. At the end of the day, the whole idea is they are stripping you of something and giving you something that does not retain its value. Nobody
That's
has ever come
true.
to me that they sold their iPhone more expensive than they bought it.
Never. Never. Never.
Yeah.
Never. Never.
So they are selling you a liability in exchange for the seed you have in your hands that can build wealth for you.
That's true. That's
If a
true.
phone is a phone, a camera is a camera. The camera of iPhone 16 is as good as camera of iPhone 17. So it is you understanding this is the game of life. They will sell you have iPhone 16. It is working very well. Nothing is wrong with it. It takes pictures. It does everything. But when iPhone 17 comes, you want to get iPhone 17. So all you're focused on is I must get the new phone. And it's because what Apple has done a great job to brainwash you that the status symbol is you having an iPhone 17. Your
Definitely.
self-esteem is wrapped around what you wear, what you own, and what people see.
That's true.
When people see me holding an iPhone, they know I'm in vogue, they know I matter. It's a status symbol. I must use it. I must make a statement. It is no longer a phone now, it is now an accessory to show off.
Definitely. And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. The dying to
Just
buy
like
this iPhone 17.
exactly. Why? When you buy, you go on social media, people say you buy it. When your friends see, they say you're a big boy by
Yeah.
definition. Yeah.
Mm.
Big boy in hand, zero money in the bank account.
Just iPhone 17.
Yeah.
And the painful part is this. I've been seeing a lot of things on the internet. You know, there are some certain people that they have larger audience, and a lot of people are looking up to them. The painful part about it is this. Someone uploaded a photo. He's a popular figure. Uploaded a photo, putting like iPhone 17, like 10 on his table, and saying, "If you haven't gotten this, you are missing a lot. You need to get this." I went to the comment section and I'm saying how a lot of people are fighting one another. How a lot see they had been desperate. How can they break away from this circle, CoachMO? How can they break away from the circle?
Look, you've got to understand, choose who you follow very well. See, these
Mm,
people they did not come to your house to make you subscribe to their channel.
okay,
You
yeah.
willingly made a decision to follow them. Don't follow people blindly. Don't be a sheep. It's only a sheep that follows blindly without any question, without remorse. What is the value in you following this person? Ask yourself, what value system does it create? I don't know
Mm,
who the person is, but the question there is if you are young and you're aspiring to build wealth, you should know that somebody telling you if you don't have iPhone 17, you're missing out of life is not the best statement for you in your life. So ignore that.
because I feel like what I see, I'm not going to lie. Let's say maybe 2, 3 years ago, I'm this kind of person that anything that is trending, I really want to buy. CoachMO, I'm not going to lie. If Jesus Christ come down from heaven and and advise me not to buy it, I want to listen until I get it. Then I derive the satisfaction from it. And this is most of the things these youth are doing right now. What is the psychological part of it? What is the psychological part of all these things, Kushman?
What is your value system really? The only reason you're looking to buy that thing is once you buy it, it makes you to feel part of it. It makes you to feel complete. You feel until I have an iPhone, I am not somebody that is important. You've tied your self-value and self-worth to external products.
Mm.
That is why people wear the names of people all over the place. That is why if you're not wearing a brand, you're not wearing something, you don't feel like you don't feel you matter. That is why you're not wearing Dolce and Gabbana, you're not wearing Balenciaga, you're not wearing Fendi. You don't think, I'm not saying nothing is wrong with those, but if your whole objective is because you want to fill a void inside of you that makes you feel you do not matter until you have those things, then you have to do then you have a lot of work to do. See, the youths are being they've been misled by their inability to sit down and actually reason, by no proper direction, and by the greed that is consuming the nation in different directions. There is
The
so much
greed.
greed and haste that by 21, people feel if they've not attained something, they are a failure. How could you think you're a
Definitely,
failure at
yeah.
21? How could you think you're a failure at 20? Now, my question is, how can an 18-year-old afford an iPhone 17? That's my question. Where
That's
did you
it.
get the money? If you have the money, then should your priority be to put 1.5 million naira on a phone when you have a phone that is perfectly working well?
That's true. That's true.
See, we think life ends at the age of 25. So when we are 18, we feel you failed. When we're 21, We don't have a car. We don't have this. We think we failed. When we're 25, we think that's the end of life, and then we think there's no more hope for us. When I look at the youths today, I just smile that for crying out loud. At 18 years old, and you're already thinking life is over, life is not fair, you've not made it, you're nobody. You've not even started life. Don't be a victim of you getting lost in the crowd. That is why when you put the youth, all of them together, they all look alike. They dress alike, they talk alike, they slang alike, they do. And that is why there are very few outstanding individuals that are the ones that are ruling the multitudes.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, CoachMO, let's say, okay, there's this person is already been trapped already in this hype trap, trying to, seek validation just because others people are doing it, I need to do it. How can this person break away from this trap without feeling left out?
Now, the person cannot break out until the person realizes they're in a trap. See, you cannot set somebody who does not feel they're in bondage free. You can't. You cannot make somebody who is not ready to change. You can't change nobody. So they need to come to it, like you said, just 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you were within that phase, but something happened
Definitely,
in
yeah.
you. Something ticked, something clicked. My hope is sooner than later, people begin to realize that, okay, maybe they were just passing through the phase of maybe adolescence, that maybe when they go through it, they come out of it, things change. But there is no way or what we can say to make them change. If there's somebody out there who is truly, really tired of what they're doing and they don't know what to do, the first thing is let them try and get help. Number one is you need to find your self identity. Don't be lost in the crowd. Don't be lost in the crowd. I will keep saying this, your self-identity. It is how you value yourself, how you see yourself is the way people address you.
That's true.
If you tie your self-value to not until you have money, you are valueless, then you cannot really create value.
I understand it better now.
Value is first inside of you before it can come out.
Definitely, that's true.
So
That's
your
true.
ability to create value must first come from you being valuable. But if you measure your value by external factors, then you're missing the greater value that is internal. It is right inside of you. You cannot build a product that you first cannot perceive it. I was at Smart Steward speaking at Smart Steward 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, and Money Points was there, and they were telling us the history of Money Points. Money Points is an idea of somebody who wanted to make a difference. So they already saw the future and they already had the value of what Money Point is in themselves before they manifested it. Now, the guy who owns Money Point can be buying iPhone 17 every day of the year and it will not affect his wealth. But when
Definitely,
he
yeah.
was at the point of making a difference to his life, those things did not matter.
I get the points now. I get the points now. Yeah,
So
that's true.
forget chasing things external. Begin to build things internal. What do you have? If they take everything away from you, you should still have something. Your value is never in things. It is never in things. That is not your value.
That's deep, and I feel like you've answered it so well. Yeah, you've answered it so well. So instead of people, young adults, chasing external value, they should focus more on the internal. Youth focusing on money first isn't the way out, but the value you have within, that's the main point. So, like I said the other day about someone that asked a question that I said you should go ahead and watch the video, our first podcast session together. So someone yesterday was in my DM. He said, John, I have $1,000. Yeah, he showed me. He has $1,000. He's in South Africa. He said he has $1,000 in Bitcoin. He doesn't know what he wants to use the money for. he doesn't want to follow the trend because he's a very good, like a younger brother to me. So he said he doesn't want to follow the trend. He just wants something unique. He said, John, what can I do? I said, you know what? I'm going to get back to you. Let me think. So for someone like that, trying to be different from what other people are doing, what is the first step they can do? What are the things they can invest in with that $1,000 that they are not going to, I feel like at this point, as the point of this person's life, losing $1,000 is going to be like a dead end for the person. So what can you say about this person's situation that can help them in a very practical way in doing something good for their life?
The first thing they need to do they should not be in a hurry to invest. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, see, they should leave the money where the money is, and they should go and get value that can let them multiply the money conveniently. See, everybody's looking for the quickest way out. Everybody's looking for shortcuts. Everybody's looking for tell me what to do, and everybody's absorbing themselves from responsibility.
That's
What
true.
the person needs to do is to go and acquire financial wisdom. It is a process. Fine, I have 1,000. Let me leave the 1,000 there. I don't want to lose it. The best way not to lose it is to leave it in your bank account. You're not going to lose it there. If you don't have self-control and you think, I might just spend it on something that is not, then the next thing you should do is go and fix the money in your savings account. Go and put it in a fixed savings account.
Okay.
And then go and begin to learn the process of investing. Because if I told the person right now that, okay, before you invest, you need to understand really what is the goal. The question is, what is the goal of that 1,000? What are they looking to achieve?
With the
What is the
1,000.
end goal? They've got 1,000, it's good, it's a great start. But what is the end goal? What is their long-term goal, the medium-term goal, and their short-term goal? Where do they want to be when Nigeria is 66 years old? That means this time next year. Where do they want to be when Nigeria is 70 in 3 years? See, all the clarity around those key things will allow them to know, number one, what they need to do and how to begin to align their investment. If I told them to go and put it in a stock now, if the stock market goes down, they will blame us. They will blame you. They will say, oh, you know something, Moonword, you told me to go and put it in this stock, and I put it there, and it goes down. They'll say that. If you tell them to go and, so they try to absorb themselves of the responsibility of making the decision. Now, if they don't have enough information to make the decision, let them wait and let them go and get the information. See, you can, if they rush the process, they're going to come back to this same step again.
All over again.
Yeah. So they need to go through the journey of understanding and having the discipline of investing. Let's say they tell me now that they want to invest that money for the next 5 years. We could say, okay, try ABC. They want to invest the money for the next 10 years. Try CDF. If you want to invest the money for just 6 months, try this. But we cannot tell them to try something when we don't know what the goal is. And really, we don't give financial advice. We can make recommendation. So my recommendation is leave the money in your savings accounts. Go and invest in you first. You are the one that created the 1,000. Make you to become a better version of you inside of you, intellectually, so you can create and generate more than the 1,000. So you can generate 10,000, and you can know how to handle that money.
That's amazing. I think you've answered it so well. So we're talking so much about the hype trap, people trying to disperse money to things that can fade away at a very short period of time. So how does this hype culture affect Africa economy at large?
What it does there is the hype culture transfers wealth. Hype culture is a wealth transferring system. It transfers money from the consumers to the producers. Everybody who is buying an iPhone is making the iPhone shareholders richer. Most people have iPhones, they don't have iPhone shares.
Definitely, of course. Most.
So when they say the richer are getting richer, It is not an evil thing. It is because when a generation is a generation of consumer, whatever you are consuming is enriching the producer. Understand that fact.
That's true.
Now, if the wealthy are now investing in the producer, and you that you're just beginning, you are consuming their product, then there is a transference of wealth. You load up
Yeah.
your data every day just to be watching Telemundo on YouTube. So you are loading 10,000 every day to MTN, and you don't know you are transferring wealth from you to MTN shareholders.
Mm.
So it is the ability for you to see that there are always two sides, the consumers and the producers.
Consumer, yeah.
Never be on one side of that equation. If you're going to be on one side, be on the producer's side.
Always on the producer side.
Yes, because the producer would always benefit from the consumers. You give them money,
Um,
they give you a cloth that you're going to wear for 6 months and throw away.
so I'm thinking, do you think it stopped innovation because we are busy in copying trend instead of starting them? Do you think it stopped innovation?
It doesn't really stop innovation as such. What it does there is it limits the number of innovative ideas we could have because we have more people who are not engaged in what is required to be innovative. And that is what it does. Innovation really is not stifled, really. It's going to come out somewhere or the other. And some people is actually in the pursuit of the hype that they see opportunities. So it's being able to, it does not really, it's not a silver bullet that because we consume a lot doesn't mean we're not innovative. A smaller percentage of us are still extremely innovative, but that number is not that much. But one thing you cannot do there is if you cannot be still enough to get the idea that makes you a producer, you will perpetually be a consumer. And when you're a consumer, you cannot be an innovator over time.
Mm, I think I get it now. Is there any long-term risk? Like, is there any long-term risk if the youth of the country are always chasing trend? Is there any long-term risks about that?
If the youth of the nation are not creating wealth, they're not going to be youth forever. We are going to
Yeah.
have a bigger percentage of dysfunctional adults who are going to
Mm,
be very bitter and angry adults. Why? They've spent their younger years chasing vanity and they've grown up to have nothing and they now become bitter because they missed their turn.
that's very bad. That's very bad.
So whatever the youth are planting now, they will eat later.
Whatever the youth are planting now, they will
The
eat
same
later.
youth, they will eat it later. If they are eating their dinner now, they will starve later. It is inevitable. It's the law of life.
I see a lot of people, yeah, popular figure once again, buying luxurious stuff in order for them to impress women. I also see this not just popular figure alone. I see it on a daily basis, buying luxurious stuff because you want to impress women. What do you think about this, CoachMO?
Well, if the question there is when people buy beautiful things, I appreciate it. I
Definitely,
love
yeah.
it. I'm happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
However, I bring it home and I ask myself, I am not them. I am not there yet. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
cut my coat beyond my size.
Beyond.
It has to be lower. Don't cut your coat according to your size. No. Make sure you cut your coat to be lower. That means live way below your means. You know, a
Live
man
with
gives a
your
woman
name.
Lamborghini. A man gives a woman Lamborghini. Fine, it's beautiful. It's making trend. It's great. A guy just bought this. Fine, I'm happy for them. It's beautiful. Let it end there. See, envy and jealousy are the greatest things you need to be aware of.
Definitely.
Never be envious of them, never be jealous of them. Be happy for them, great, they've done a great thing. One thing I tell people is never be bitter with the wealthy people because you cannot attract wealth when you're busy, when you're bitter against wealth. You cannot.
Mm-hmm. You cannot, okay? You cannot.
Some people, when they are driving and they see a Rolls Royce break down, they'll start laughing. And they'll say, thank God, or at least my Toyota can move. My Toyota is not a Mercedes that broke down. No, that's not the right mindset.
That's a very bad
Don't,
word.
yes, don't harbor hate in your heart against the wealthy. Don't be jealous of them. Don't be envious of them. You don't know their source of wealth. It's none of your business. Don't begin to say this is their source of wealth. It is, how does it help you? Look, focus on your focus, stay on your lane, mind your business.
Focus and mind your business.
Yeah. Don't expend your energy to try and find out how they make money. How does that help you? How does that make you a better person? How does that put food on your table?
That's true. That's true.
None
That's
of your
true.
business how they made their wealth. If they like, let them spend it whichever way. It is not your money.
It's not. It's definitely
Yeah,
not.
so it comes down to what? See it from afar, like it from afar, and mind your business.
See it from
And that is
afar.
see it from afar, admire it from afar, mind your business
Mind your
straight
business.
away.
That's it. So this question, um, it's not part of the session already, but yeah, I've been seeing this thing so much, CoachMO, on my WhatsApp status, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Twitter, everywhere. I'm chasing the bag. I'm doing this because of my mama. I'm chasing the bag. I want you to just, elaborate. What's the difference between you chasing money and attracting money?
Okay. Difference you chasing money and attracting money.
Attracting money, yeah.
See, people that attract money, you need to understand this. People who chase money they rarely get it. People who attract money have created a value system in them and they have a value that they exchanged for that money. You don't chase money, you attract it.
That is the slang on the internet. I'm chasing the bag.
Yeah, let them chase the bag. It's good for them. You don't chase the bag. You become a person of value that now attracts the money. See, there are some people today, if they say they are doing a course and the course is $10,000 and they have 100 spaces, people will pay for it straight away.
Why?
It is because they've become a person of value and people will pay to get the value out of them. Some people, when they go to an event and speak, they are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. They have become a person of value. See, you are the greatest asset in the world is you.
The greatest asset in the world is you.
When you become so valuable, see, the law of life will have no choice because you are now operating within the sphere and the environment where money begins to pay attention to you.
Wow. 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 I think I understand it now. Yeah. It's a different thing entirely. You chasing and attracting.
Become valuable enough, you are irresistible. It's just like now. Tell me that Davido wants to do a show tomorrow and the show will not sell out anywhere in the world.
It's you, definitely.
It will. He has become a person of value that if he needs money now, all he just needs to do is throw a show.
And that's it. And that's it. People are going to die to be there.
Exactly. People will do events, they will invite them to their wedding. See, these people don't chase money anymore. They don't. They've become so valuable that money is attracted to them within that frequency they are operating at.
That's okay.
You attract money, you don't chase it.
So our last question for the day is this. If hype is a stock, what will you advise the youths? Should they buy? Should they sell? Or should they avoid it? If hype is a stock.
Now, hype is hot water that you put outside. It can only make you see for 5, 7, 10 minutes. After 15, 20, 30 minutes, it becomes cold water, it becomes useless. People then look for another hype. It's a dopamine rush. If hype is a stock, don't buy it.
Avoid it.
Because it is not sustainable. Be so consumed with the future you want that you are not even aware of what is the current hype. Have you noticed that the boys that were in school that were calling them the big glasses boys that were not popular in school are now one of the most successful and the richest people on earth right now? We call them geeks. I don't know if that's what we call them, geeks. Those boys that are always just studying. They always just studying. Their glasses is
Yeah,
this big.
very
They
big.
carry so
Yeah,
much books. Girls don't are not attracted to them and all of that. Now
definitely.
they are now the tech giants of the world.
That's true. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
See,
true. That's
in your
true.
season of preparation, you don't look attractive. Don't worry. Don't be too consumed about people admiring you in your phase of preparation. A butterfly is not beautiful when it's just in a state of pupa, from a pupa stage. When a butterfly is forming, it does not look beautiful. Don't be too consumed about people noticing or appreciating or celebrating you.
That's good. Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. So, Coach Mo, we are at the end of the show. What is that one word of an advice you're going to leave for everyone still chasing the hype?
Delayed gratification. If you have money to buy anything, delay making that purchase for 3 months and see if you still want that thing in 3 months' time.
I
Just
love
do this
this.
test.
I love
If you
this.
want to buy a pair of shoe, you have the money. Wait for 3 months and see if you still want that shoe in 3 months or if you still want to buy the shoe in 3 months.
Delay gratification.
Delay gratification. You will find out that in 3 months' time, you might not even remember that you might not even remember you wanted to buy a shoe.
This is fact. Like, yeah, this is fact. This is fact. There was this time I wanted to buy a wristwatch. Yeah, God helped me. I had the money. But I just felt like the place to buy the wristwatch, the vendor was like delaying me. So I said that okay, let me just keep the money. It's not even up to three months. Let's say like a month. I feel like I don't need to buy this watch anymore. And I changed my thoughts. I used my money for something different. Just because the vendor delayed for like a
Yeah,
month. And I feel like, no, I don't need to buy this watch. It doesn't worth it. And that's how it is. Not even 3 months, just a month. And my the idea, how I view the wristwatch, everything changed.
changes.
It's changed. And that's facts. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we are at the end of the show. And yeah, thank you so much, Coach Mo. Yeah, episode 2 is loading. It's going to be something amazing. People are going to love.